it's not working?
Well, he didn't have it plugged in right.
It's not a freshman. I'll ask him when he's there.
Okay. Yeah, I won't really need it until the game starts.
Hello, basketball fans, and welcome into Menomonie High School for this Big Rivers Conference basketball matchup between the New Richmond Tigers and your Menomonie Mustangs. Alongside my color man, Matt Riley, I'm Joe Zadowski, and we'll be bringing you tonight's live stream broadcast of Menomonie basketball on Mustangs TV. It's the Rockin' Gym. The pep band is playing, and there's a nice crowd here as both the Mustangs and the Tigers come into this contest with high hopes and high expectations for this basketball season. The Mustangs come into tonight's game riding a 5-game winning streak and an overall record of 7-2, 1-1 in the Big Rivers Conference. Menominee's game on Tuesday versus Eau Claire North was postponed due to weather, but the Mustangs had a convincing 57-40 victory on Monday versus Osceola, who was previously undefeated. New Richmond is 5-1 on the season and 2-0 in the BRC with wins versus both Eau Claire North and Eau Claire Memorial. The Tigers like to play a fast-tempo game under first-year coach Kyle Allen, averaging 92 points per game so far this season. When these two teams played last year, New Richmond swept the season series with two very close games by the scores of 50-48 and 58-57. Coming up on our pregame show, sponsored by Christo Orthodontics, we'll talk with the head coach of the Mustangs, actually assistant coach of the Mustangs, Dolly Thornton, go over the starting lineups, keys of the game, and we'll get ready for tip-off right here from Menomonie High School. We'll be back with Coach Thornton after a word from our sponsors. You're watching Mustangs TV.
Smiling is how you share joy and happiness with the world. So when our children needed orthodontic treatment, we wanted them to have the best experience possible, which is why we chose Christo Orthodontics. The personalized braces and Invisalign treatments fit easily into our active schedules, and the care we received was outstanding and even fun. Their new smiles are amazing, and Christo Orthodontics definitely earned our trust. There's nothing better than seeing our kids share beaming, confident smiles in all of life's moments.
Welcome back to the pregame show on Mustangs TV. Joining us now is assistant coach Dolly Thornton. Dolly, the Mustangs are off to a great start this year.
Yeah, they really are. We're excited about the season, and they're ready to get conference play going.
Now, I don't know if I have all the stats right, but when I was counting today, pretty sure the record is 7-2, maybe 5 in a row. What's been the secret of success for this team so far?
What I see is they're a very disciplined team, and they really listen well to Coach VG and are willing to adjust whenever they need be. And practice, they're really dialed in most of the time. For a high school team, I think that's really the key, practice.
Coming into the season, some of the seniors from last year logged a lot of minutes, and you always wonder, how is the next year going to be? And, just watching over the holiday tournament a little bit, seemed like the guys really share the ball and really a lot of different ways that this team can be successful.
Yeah, we have a lot of options to go to, and people just keep stepping up when we need something. And everybody's in the game, and there's idea of sharing the ball as much as we can. We just want to win the game, and so it's been fun to watch them grow these last couple weeks especially.
Now, New Richmond comes in, they're a real talented squad, first-year coach. They're scoring about 92 points a game. I'm sure you guys have been scouting. When you look at New Richmond's attack, what do you see?
Well, I guess I've seen New Richmond play for quite a few years, and I don't see a lot of differences other than they're always pushing the ball. They're always driving to the basket. They're a very assertive team. So that's been quite typical of them, and they continue that.
So this is the first week back after winter break. Throw a snow day in there, canceled game against Eau Claire North. As coaches, what do you guys do to try to have some sort of consistency, build some sort of momentum coming into the second part of the year?
Well, yeah, coach is really cognizant of, mixing it up, giving a few jokes in practice and then hitting it hard and just trying to keep them focused. They really want to play games, and so they're itching to get out there. So I'm really hoping they're ready to go tonight and just want to show the crowd a good game and play them hard.
I know that there's been a few guys out with injury to start the year or during the year. How's the health of the team coming into this conference matchup?
Yeah, I think we're almost full go at it this time. There's Parker Barron's sick this week, and that's about it right now. We've got a lot of people back from some ankle injuries. DJ got back from a concussion, so I think we're full force for the most part.
Terrific. Well, good luck tonight against New Richmond. Again, this has been Dolly Thornton, assistant coach for the Menomonie Mustangs. Wish you the best of luck, and it should be a good game.
Thanks, Joe.
Very good. Well, that was the pregame show sponsored by Wisconsin Credit Union. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with the tip for tonight's BRC matchup between the Menomonie Mustangs and the New Richmond Tigers.
Advanced Electrical and Mechanical is a Pysick family-owned business and proud supporter of Menomonie Athletics. Whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural, we've got your electrical, HVAC, and refrigeration needs covered. Let's make your project happen. Call us today at 715-495-2968 or visit us online at www.advancedelectricalmechanical.com.
Welcome. Welcome back to the pregame show. Welcome back to the pregame show. There we go. Got the audio fixed. And the band is just finishing up with the Menomonie fight song. We'll be having the national anthem in just a couple minutes. Get to the starting lineups, and then should be an exciting contest here. Like we talked about in the opener, New Richmond is scoring over 90 points a game. Menomonie coming in riding a 5-game winning streak after knocking off an undefeated Osceola team. Coach Van Grunsman has the boys playing really well, and they won both of their games here on the home court over the holiday break. So should be a good day for some basketball. We'll go ahead and see if we can pick up the PA announcer as they get ready to announce the national anthem. And here we go.
Menomonie, New Richmond, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. Profanity, racial, sexist, ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the highest ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Now, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, move your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the national anthem performed by the MHS Band.
All right, great job there by Mr. Karkula and the Menomonie High School pep band with the national anthem. We are going to have the starters announced here in just a second. Starting for New Richmond will be a 6'1 junior, number 0, Braxton Landa, a 5'9 senior, number 5, Dane Lease, a 6'4 senior, number 21, Carter Comro, a 6'5 senior, number 22, Nick Stelrecht, and a 6'2 senior, number 34, Benjamin Salmon. The Tigers are coached by Kyle Allen, his first year, and like we talked about, they like to play a fast pace of game. You see a lot of three-pointers, and should be a good matchup. Real good athletes there from New Richmond. Menomonie, on the other hand, they're going to be starting a 6'2 senior, number 1, Isaac Nelson, a 5'10 senior, number 2, Jacob Rue, a 5'11 senior, number 12, Tyler Nelson, a 6'8 junior, number 20, Trevor Robert, and a 6'4 junior, number 22, Blake Behrens. I think we are going to have some special effects here for the Menomonie starting lineups, and when we get to that, maybe we'll turn it back over to the PA announcer. Looks like they're getting organized here. Looks like they might be replacing some batteries in the microphone. This is a really nice crowd. Not only is it a huge pep band here tonight, also a bunch of youth basketball players. We'll have to ask Activities Director Matt Riley about that when he gets back on the headset. But probably the biggest crowd that I've seen here in this gym for quite some time. And they are announcing the Menomonie starters now. That's Isaac Nielsen. Still having a problem with the microphone. Good thing it doesn't matter a whole lot for the score. So Isaac Nielsen, Jacob Rue, Tyler Nelson. Looks like that's number 15, Bruce Barron, so it must have been a change there. And then number 20, Trevor Roberts. So it looks like Bruce Barron potentially starting for Blake Barons here tonight. A little bit of a delay here with the microphone not working, but looks like they're about ready to tip off. And the microphone is back and working. And Activities Director A.D. Riley is serving triple duty tonight, doing a little bit of everything, and now he's going to join us here on the headset. And Mr. Riley, how you doing?
Pretty good. Chaotic here.
Try that again.
Doing pretty good. Just fixing batteries in the microphone, but we're ready to go here. It should be a great game.
All right, so a quick foul. That one whistled on number 15, Bruce Barron, and it must have been a mix-up in the scorebook. They had Bruce fall right away and then immediately checked in Blake Barons. I'm guessing maybe a mix-up in the scorebook or something.
Yeah, when I went down to check the starters, I saw Bruce was in, so I'm not sure if they did that on purpose or if they had a mistake there.
So Braxton Landa on the drive. That one cleared the backboard and everything. I think everyone was wondering if it was tipped, but I guess not. So off of Landa, the Menomonie Mustangs have the ball. Full court pressure by New Richmond. And the Mustangs get it to their big man, Trevor Robert, as the defense clears. And Mr. Riley, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of this full court press here tonight.
Yeah, New Richmond really gets after you in the full court, and then in the half court, they're a team that really likes to force you to the baseline to make you use only one half of the floor.
So that foul is going to be called on Dane Lease. That'll be his first, team first. So one foul on each team. I think the Mustangs gave the foul so they could sub in right away. I don't think that one there was a given foul, just aggressive defense and contact called by the official. Ball into the middle to Trevor Robert. The big junior tries to square up. Getting a lot of pressure from the senior Stelrecht. Shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound. That one's going to be off of New Richmond. The official might have been shielded on that one a little bit, and Menomonie will keep the ball.
You know, I think a big key to this game is how we handle their pressure. If we can get settled in our offense and get the ball to spots that we need to get to, I think we'll be successful.
So far, it does seem like the Mustangs have a bunch of guys that can handle the ball. Tyler Nelson, probably the truest point guard they have out there, but Isaac Nielsen can handle it. Trevor Robert handles it pretty well for a big guy. Also Blake Barons and Jacob Rue.
You know, one thing New Richmond does is all baseline out-of-bounds defensive plays is they play a 2-3 zone, and out of that, they're going to look to trap the corners. So we got to make sure we're aware of when they want to trap and get the ball to places to score.
So Nelson quickly got out of the corner on that inbound. No trap that time by the Tigers. Mustangs trying to work the high post. That time Barron shuffled his feet a little bit, and that'll be the first turnover on Menomonie. Boy, New Richmond scoring over 90 points a game, and here we are, minute and a half into it, no points yet.
Yeah, watching New Richmond at our holiday tournament, they played here against Anago and Merrill as well. Talking with their new coach before the game, they want to play a fast-paced game, and those that know basketball, they want to play Grinnell style, which is fast-paced, shoot it within 10 seconds of the clock, and you know it's been a slower-paced game, which I think is a huge advantage for us.
Another whistle. Looks like that one's going to be on the Tigers again, and I think that'll be number 2. Foul number 2 on Dane Lease. So 3 fouls now on New Richmond, 2 of them on Lease. He'll have to come out, being replaced by a 5'9 senior, number 15, Brecken Polzel. I think both these teams will go fairly deep in their bench tonight, especially if they're going to be playing fast-paced, full-court basketball. Tyler Nelson, nice job bringing it up for the Mustangs. And like you said, Matt, New Richmond really getting after it, guarding well beyond the three-point arc. Jacob Rue from the corner. Three-point basket for Rue, and the Mustangs with the early lead That's been their success so far early on. Rue, the leading scorer of this team, almost all from beyond the arc.
Yeah, when Jake can knock down shots like that, it just opens up so many other opportunities for Trevor and other guys in the middle. So that's a good start for the Mustangs.
So that'll be a foul on Menomonie. And looks like the scoring table wants to make sure they have the number correct. That'll be the second team foul. That is called on Jacob Rue. That's his first. So one on Bruce Barron and one on Jacob Rue for the Mustangs. Menomonie showing a little zone look here. There's a long three-pointer. That one knocked down by number 0, Braxton Landa. And the score is 3-3.
That was deep. If we can contest those and make those hit those shots and make them beat us that way, I think that's good advantage for us.
Nielsen picked up his dribble. A little bit of a trap there. Good job clearing by Tyler Nelson over to the big guy, Trevor Robert, and tried to rip it away, but another foul called. So a lot of fouls here early on. That one is going to be on number 24. 34. Benjamin Salmon, that's his first, team's fourth. So Menomonie approaching the bonus already. Over halfway there.
Now we got to watch for the trap here in the corners.
Little zone look from the Tigers. Stelrecht, the big guy in the middle for New Richmond, and a little miscommunication there between Blake Behrens and Isaac Nielsen. Turnover Menomonie.
Well, Trevor did a great job there staying patient in the middle. I know if we can continue to attack the zone with him with the ball in the middle, that's going to be an advantage for us.
Good ball movement there by the Tigers, and an offensive foul called on Stelrecht. Trevor Robert got himself in position. Maybe a little bit of a flop. Trevor doesn't go down that easy.
He really sold that one.
He did, but I think it was the right call. He beat Stelrecht to the position, and that's 2 fouls now on Stelrecht. So 2 fouls on him, also 2 fouls on Landa, or check that, Lease. So 2 of the starters in a deep pass. Nielsen all the way down the court to Rue, saves it out to Butler now in the game for Behrens. Over to Nelson, and a beautiful finish by Tyler Nelson. Mustangs lead 5-3.
One thing the Mustangs have been doing on all makes this year has been playing some zone. Looks like they're doing a little soft token press back and fall into a zone. And New Richmond really struggled against the zone against Merrill when they played here. So I'm guessing Coach GVG really looked at that film.
So another turnover for the Tigers, their second of the evening. And travel, looks like Nielsen changed his pivot foot. And that pressure from New Richmond causes a turnover. That's now 2 turnovers on the Mustangs. So each team now with a pair of turnovers, and it'll be the Tigers' ball. Menomonie still in that 2-3 zone. Tapped away by Nelson. Another turnover for the Tigers. Boy, they're making Trevor catch that ball way up beyond the arc. I'm sure Coach wants him closer to the free throw line if possible. And a timeout called by Coach Van Grunsman. Wouldn't be surprised if they're talking about how to enter that offense.
Yes,
Coach.
Definitely. That's something that makes it hard. If you can't enter it and Trevor's catching it above the free throw line, it makes it tough to run all their actions.
So that's a full timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. 13:44 to go here in the first half. Menomonie 5, New Richmond. Welcome back to Menomonie High School. Mustangs with an early 5-3 lead in this Big Rivers Conference matchup. And again, Joe Zadowski joined by Matt Riley. And Coach, what are you seeing so far?
I think, rough start for us offensively. If we can get the ball entered and get settled in our offense, I think we're going to get good looks at the rim. So we'll see what adjustments they made in the timeout to get that entered in our offense.
I noticed during the holiday tournament, Coach Van Grunsven not afraid to use those timeouts early on. You know, he's been doing this a long time. You can kind of see and give the guys some pointers. They had a nice look there from DJ Butler, just off the rim a little bit. DJ was nice and balanced, good backspin on that shot, just not able to knock it down. That foul will be on Trevor Robert, his first, team's third. A lot of whistles so far here tonight. Be interesting to see how foul trouble ends up impacting the game. 2 starters for New Richmond on the bench right now with a couple fouls. That three-point look off the iron, and another foul called. Good rebound there by Isaac Nielsen.
This one might turn into a free throw contest.
Sure looks that way. That foul is going to be on Braxton Landa, another one of the starters. He's a 6'1 junior. That's only his first. It is the team 6, so the next foul on the Tigers will lead to free throws for Menomonie. In the game now for Menomonie, number 3, Oliver Shank. He's bringing the ball up for the Mustangs.
Oller's coming off an ankle injury. Doing a good job there, staying patient, holding the ball. Now he's going to head to the free throw line.
Another foul. This time looks like it's going to be on number 2, McCoy Monson. So that is the 17th foul on New Richmond. We're not even 5 minutes into this game.
And the way the officials are calling this one very tight, you know, we got to continue to be aggressive going to the basket. And with that many team fouls this early in the game, they're going to have to really stop pressuring us as hard as they want to.
So Oliver Shank knocks down the first one. All free throws this winter sponsored by Bills Distributing. Thank you, Bills, for being such a great sponsor of all sorts of activities here at Menomonie High School. Consistent sponsor of all the different live stream broadcasts. Also a sponsor for the scoreboards, inside and outside. Appreciate Corey Geertz and everyone over there at Bills Distributing being so supportive of our kids here at Menomonie High School. So this time the foul goes against the Mustangs. That'll be on DJ Butler. That's his first. Team's 4th. And Isaac Nelson, after a quick breather, will be back in the game. Good job there by Oliver Shank.
I think both teams are going to really have to adjust how the officials are calling this. They're calling it very tight, so they're going to have to play defense with their feet, not with their hands.
One of those long three-point missed rebounds for New Richmond. Put back by number 34, Benjamin Salmon. His first basket of the evening. It's now 7-5.
Another big key to this game is how we rebound out of our zone when we're in it. You know, like you said, they shoot a lot of threes. That equals a lot of long rebounds, and we got to make sure we block out and chase down those loose balls.
Getting the ball down to Trevor Robert. That's probably a good idea. Kicks out to Jake Rue. Wide open three. Nails it. Jake Rue, his second three-pointer of the night. And that'll put the Mustangs up 10-5 on a nice kick-out pass from Trevor Robert.
That's great offense from the Mustangs. Get it to your guy in the middle. They collapse. Get it to your best shooter.
Robert did a good job contesting without fouling. Trevor with one foul. You see who made that basket, Matt?
I didn't see that.
We'll give it to number 23.
Yeah, it was 23.
Ian Schwartz. Ball back down to Robert. Trevor.
Nice step through.
Little step through up and under, off the glass and in. First basket of the night for Trevor. Mustangs leading 12-7. Tap
nice
away
pull
by Rue.
No, Menominee's doing a great job after that timeout that they called to get the ball entered, and they're getting it to the right spots, getting it inside to Trevor, and a lot of good things are happening out of that.
Isaac Nelson setting the offense for Menomonie.
Here's a little set play for Jake.
Off the iron, good look from Rue.
Nice
Rebound
pull.
Butler, off the glass and in. DJ Butler with a hustle basket for Menomonie. Now leading 14-7. Yeah, I think you called it, Matt. Little adjustment after that timeout, and all of a sudden the Mustangs with some nice-looking shots. That three-pointer missed everything, but another rebound and a foul called on the wraparound by Rue. You know, that used to be an automatic foul. You don't see it called as much anymore, but that time he must have got part of his arm.
Yeah, even if you don't hit the guy, it looks like you do, and you just got to be smart out there. You don't want to foul that far away from the basket, especially a caliber player like Jake, he's scoring a lot of points, and now he's got 2 fouls. So got to be a little smarter out there on the top.
So both teams with a little bit of foul trouble. Jake Rue goes to the bench with 2 fouls. Still more than 10 minutes left in the first half. A lot of action so far. Another offensive rebound by the Tigers and another foul on the Mustangs. That one's going to be called on Blake Behrens.
Now both teams are in bonus. I don't know if I've seen this in a long time. Both teams in bonus before the 10-minute mark.
It's awfully early, that's for sure. I mean, if you think back to the old quarters days, we're not even done with the first quarter yet. That 3-point basket is good. That was number 2, McCoy Monson, his first basket of the night. Now 14-10 Mustangs as Tyler Nelson bringing it up for Menomonie. Over to Behrens, into the post. Max Branch seeing his first action here tonight. Tried to go cross court to Butler. That pass intercepted. Good hustle by Branch. Everyone's on the court. And Mustangs, good hustle on that loose ball. And here comes Tyler Nelson. That was a reach, no call. And that time they got it on the shot. That foul is going to be on Isaac Schwartz. That'll be his first. 8th foul now on the Tigers. Tyler Nelson will head to the line.
Those are plays that don't go into the box score that Max Branch just made. Diving on the floor, getting that loose ball, getting a possession was huge for the Mustangs. Now they're back to the line.
Tyler Nelson knocks down the first.
And great minutes there from Max, getting Trevor a little break.
Yeah, he doesn't get in there that much, but when he gets in there, a lot of effort. And you got to love seeing kids like Max Branch. I mean, football is probably his number 1 sport, but coming out for a winter sport, and got to love seeing that.
Yeah, he definitely gives it everything when he's out on the floor.
Tyler Nelson knocks them both down, so the Mustangs a perfect 4 for 4 from the line, I think. Oliver Shank hit a couple. Now Tyler Nelson, and the Mustangs will set up their full court pressure. Little 2-1-2 look here, Matt.
Yeah, 2-1-2, just trying to slow them down a little bit, and then they'll fall back in their 2-3. They got to contest those.
Another really deep 3.
That's the style they want to play. They want to get it up quick. If we can rebound out of it, it's going to be key for us tonight.
So Nelson, Nielsen, Behrens, Robert, and Butler on the court for the Mustangs. Butler from the corner, pulls it down. Nice, powerful drive. And another foul call. This one's going to be called on the court, so it won't be a shooting foul, but he'll still go to the line as that's the 9th team foul on the Tigers.
That was great. Great shot fake by DJ. Went in powerful on 2 feet. Did an outstanding job staying balanced and strong, and he's a strong kid. And it might have looked like a charge to some people, but it was just a great basketball move.
That foul called on Dylan Oven. That's his first, team's 9th. That went off the back iron for Butler. So 1 and done there for the Mustangs, and here come the Tigers. Nice drive there. Gets his own rebound. That was number 44, Andrew Gretzlock. That one ripped away, though, and here comes Tyler Nelson. Mustangs leading by 6. 9 minutes to go here, first half. Trevor Robert, little wraparound over to Butler. DJ elevates off the front iron. Looked like it was going to drop over, but it didn't. And another foul called, this time on Blake Behrens. I think that'll be his second. So that's 17 fouls now on Menomonie. It'll be bonus free throws for Andrew Gretzlock. Mustangs with 7 fouls, New Richmond with 9. So the next foul on the Tigers, Mustangs will be shooting 2 the rest of the way through the half. Rebound Behrens, 1 and done for the Tigers. So Menomonie New Richmond trades missed free throws, front end of the bonus.
Got to continue to look to get the ball inside to Trevor. Now I think he's just got to be a little more patient and be lower and stronger with the ball.
Good, powerful drive there. Braxton Landa, especially with the way the officials are calling the fouls. Smart decision there to go to the basket. That foul is going to be called on Isaac Nielsen. That's his first, team's 8th. Yeah, Nick Stelrecht, the big guy for New Richmond, he's got 2 fouls. He's been on the bench quite a bit here in this first half, and Menomonie really hasn't been able to capitalize Good job by the Tigers defense. Trying to control Trevor Robert, the 6'7 junior for Menomonie. Another missed free throw there. 2 missed free throws, but an offensive rebound. Tigers, multiple offensive rebounds and a 3-point basket.
Those are killers. I was watching practice yesterday, and coach was working on free throw blockouts, so that's got to be a tough one.
And now a turnover on Menomonie. Oh, they're asking if it was tipped, and I don't think it was, so it will be New Richmond's ball. I think that's the 4th turnover on the Mustangs.
Richmond does this out of bounds where they run in a circle. Coach GVG for the game said he's just going to play zone against it so we don't have to chase guys.
Good strong rebound by Trevor Robert. He kept the ball up by his chin and kept it moving. That led to the foul on number 44, Andrew Gretzlock. So Trevor will head to the line. Again, all free throws sponsored by Bill's Distributing. We're going to see a lot of Bill's Distributing free throws here tonight.
Definitely.
So Trevor to the line. He'll shoot 2. Misses the first. I think he thought he might not have realized it was a double bonus. He was about ready to send that one home. And he's had a few dunks already this year. Quite the basketball player, Trevor Robert. He's been seeing varsity minutes since he was a freshman, and he rattles that one home. Nice bounce there. So the Mustangs leading 17-13, 8:24 to go here, first half. Entertaining game so far, other than all the whistles. Step back 3, no good. Rebound, Blake Behrens. And here comes Oliver Schenk. Schenk, good job with the ball handling over the
good job getting it entered.
Court line.
Great pivot by Trevor. It's a good look. It's good offensive possession.
Trevor just not quite able to get his feet underneath him right now and elevate. Rebound there by Butler. Tries to throw it off New Richmond. Now New Richmond saves it under their own basket. Kicks back out. Wide open three-pointer. Good for number 15, Brecken Pozel. And that will lead to a timeout.
30-second timeout from New Richmond.
So it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. A lot to digest. What happened in that last transition
there? It was a loose
there?
ball, and that's the thing. We talked about rebounding. Right now they're getting a lot of second and third chances, and those second and third chances are leading to threes, which are very tough to come back on.
In the opener, you talked a little bit about Grinnell style, and I know what you were talking about there, but why don't you explain that a little bit to the listeners who might not know what Grinnell style means?
Yeah, so they're a college. I can't remember where they are, but that's a college they want to play fast pace. So 10 to 12 seconds, they want to get shots up. So they want to get layups or threes, and that's, talking with their coach at the holiday tournament, he really wants to build that system in Richmond. He comes from Pine City in Minnesota, and he really believes in that system. So it's a fast-paced offense, layups or threes, and, they're really playing that style right now.
Yeah, I want to say it's about 15 years ago or so. Grinnell is a small school, I think in Iowa.
Iowa, yeah.
They were averaging over 100 points a game, and, everyone maybe thought, well, they don't play any defense, so how are you going to win that way? Well, they would outscore their opponents, and that kind of became a little bit of a trend. Not a lot of teams play that way, but New Richmond certainly trying to adopt that, getting those shots up early. Some of those shots, a different coach might bench the guy,
yeah.
But in that system, there really is no bad shot. You try to get those shots up and then crash the offensive glass. And Tyler Nelson now to the free throw line. Misses the first one. Mustangs hit their first 4 free throws, a little bit cold since then. That foul for New Richmond was on Brecken Pozel, only his first, probably about the 12th on the team. They stopped counting after 10. And
as a player, thinking back to our high school days, it would have been fun to play in that style. We probably had coaches that, if we took those shots, like you said, that would put a spot on the bench. But it'd be fun as a player to play in the system.
Well, it might have been fun for you, but a guy like me, I like the slower pace. But you are right. A little roughing up here, Mr. Riley?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's all right.
Great offensive rebound by Trevor there.
Good effort by Trevor Robert, lays it in. So the Mustangs keeping this lead, 19-16. Again, New Richmond averaging over 90 points a game. Menomonie doing a pretty nice job, and there's going to be a turnover on the Tigers. That's their 5th turnover at least. Trying to keep a few stats here. Like Chad likes to say, all stats up here are unofficial.
Yeah.
A lot of moving parts here on the live stream broadcast. But the Mustangs will now have the ball up 3. 6 minutes, 49 seconds to go here, first half. All the starters in for Menomonie. We have not seen Nick Stelreck, the big guy for New Richmond, since he got his 2nd foul. Boy, that was only about 4 minutes into the game. Another turnover on the Mustangs. That's their 5th.
New Richmond's really looking to double from the backside now when we get it into Trevor, so we got to make sure we look for some skip passes to get shooters open off of that because they're really doubling down hard.
Looks like a little offense-defense change here with Rue coming out, Butler coming in. Jake Rue has those 2 fouls, so I think Coach Van Grunsven, he's going to keep him on the bench during defensive possessions as best he can. That went out to the corner off the iron. Strong rebound by Trevor Robert. A little bit of a wraparound, no call. And
good job by Trevor keeping it high and protecting it there.
Mustangs handling the pressure pretty good.
Here's their trap in the corner. Good job of being patient, being strong with the ball.
New Richmond showing a man-to-man defense right now. They've shown some zone earlier on.
Great cut.
Tyler Nelson with the cut and the hoop. Puts the Mustangs up by 5.
When we get the ball inside, a lot of good things are happening. Trevor sees the floor well. Guys are cutting off of them. We got to continue to look to get the ball there.
Nice shot fake there by number 21 for the Tigers. That's Carter Comro, all the way to the basket there for Comro. And just realized I've been missing a couple baskets here on the score sheet. Might have to take a trip down to the scores table at halftime. I know Nelson scored that last one for the Mustangs. Long 3-pointer by Nielsen, long rebound by Butler, and the Mustangs will reload. Trevor Robert up with it, and foul called on number 23, Isaac Schwartz. That's his 2nd.
Both big guys for them in foul trouble now.
I think Schwartz might have thought he had the ball, but it looked like he might have touched the ball to start, but
I think he fouled through and hit his arm.
As his hand came down, got a lot of arm there, and Robert off the back iron. You know, the other part of this Grinnell-style way of playing is you really do make the other team run. And, you know, whether or not that's showing up on the free throw line, Mustangs started again 4 of 4 from the free throw line, and since then they've been probably not even 50%. Wonder if that fast pace is getting to them.
Yeah, and you wonder in the second half if that's going to wear us down. You know, we're playing about 7 guys. They're playing 11. So, you know, that's something to look forward to in the second half.
So Robert misses both free throws. Long 3-pointer missed by the Tigers. And the Mustangs, maybe with an opportunity, but they'll pull it down and set up an offense here. Good entry pass in there to Robert.
Great patience by Trevor. Ball fake. Good look.
Yeah, that time Trevor got his feet underneath him, elevated, and laid it in. 2 points there for Trevor Robert.
Looks like they're trying to discourage the catch, but once he catches it, they go back to their guy. So Trevor's done a good job of being patient with ball fakes and seeing the floor.
Well, looked like he took an extra step, and he did. So another turnover there on the Tigers. 6 turnovers now, and Trevor Robert will come out, get a little bit of a rest as Max Branch checks in.
Another thing with our zone with Trevor in the middle there, he didn't get a block there, but he really influenced the shot, and that's why the kid traveled.
So long pass there from Isaac Nielsen, a little bit past the mark. Jake Rue tried to save it, but turnover on Menomonie, and that one turned into a 3-point basket. See who made that one, Matt?
44, number 44, Gretzlock.
So even the big guys shooting the threes for the Tigers. And it's now 23-21, 3 minutes, 54 seconds to go. Tyler Nelson bringing it up for Menomonie. And little contact there on Dylan Aubin. That's going to be his second, and to the line for Menomonie, Tyler Nelson. Again, all free throws sponsored by Bills Distributing. First one for Nelson off the front iron.
Yeah, we got to capitalize on these opportunities here. Gone cold from the line. Be interesting to see if the officials call it this tight in the second half. You know, as a player, you adjust, and in the second half, they might switch it up, so hopefully they stay consistent.
Again, we haven't seen Nick Stelreck since about 4 minutes in the beginning of the game when he got his second foul. Nelson converts on the second. So 24-21, 3 minutes, 43 seconds to go. Here comes New Richmond in the corner. Three-point attempt off the back iron.
Another offensive rebound.
Another offensive rebound, so 2 offensive rebounds. That one a putback by number 2, McCoy Monson. Isaac Nielsen out front for Menomonie all the way around. Tried to wrap it around under the backboard.
Jump ball.
Not quite able to get it all the way around, and it will be a held ball. Alternating possession goes to Menomonie. Good slash there by Nielsen, just not quite able to get to the other side of the rim.
There's an elevator play for Rue.
Long three-pointer for Jake Rue off the front iron. And rebound, New Richmond. That 6'7" frame by Robert, that kind of
really discourages everything in the middle, which is nice to have.
Three-point attempt there by Gresslock. Long rebound to Nelson. Mustangs, a little bit of an interchange there. And Tyler Nelson down to the block. That one blocked on the way up. It'll be out of bounds. Last touch by New Richmond. Pull up by Nelson off the iron. No good. Don't see many of those mid-range shots anymore, Matt.
It's a lost art in the game of basketball.
That one knocked away. Turnover Tigers. Here comes Jake Rue. Over to Tyler Nelson. Off the glass, off the rim. Rebound Rue. Lays it in. So second chance opportunity. Menomonie cashes in. Jake Rue with the 2-point field goal. 3-point attempt by the Tigers. No good. Rebound Isaac Nielsen.
I think off our rebounds, I think we can beat them deep a couple times. They like to really come and pressure you. I think if we can exploit that in the second half, that'd be big for us.
Good job there on a veer by Nelson. New Richmond trying to coax the official into an offensive foul, but strong dribbling there by Tyler Nelson. He'll head to the line. Again, we're seeing a lot of these free throws sponsored by Bills Distributing. That foul is going to be the second called on number 2, McCoy Monson. Monson, he's been one of the leading scorers for New Richmond here tonight. That one rattles home for Nelson.
Well, it's nice to have a point guard like Tyler. He's very strong with the ball. His ball handling's improved tremendously over the offseason. You can tell he's really worked at it, and he's being very patient and strong with the ball and been to the line a lot tonight.
So Nelson knocks them both down. Better trip to the line there for Menomonie. And again, the Mustangs showing the 2-1-2 full court pressure. And the pressure leads to a turnover. 7th turnover on the Tigers.
Big minute 30 here if we can close out the half, extend the lead. That'd be a very, very important going into halftime.
So Mustangs up by 5, minute 21 to go. Looking for a good shot. There it is from Rue. Deep 3 off the iron. May have been fading towards the sideline just a little bit on that one. Not
Those
a bad
are shots
look.
that you're going to get from him, though.
He'll make his fair share, that's for sure. Offensive rebound, Tigers. Reload for 3. That one good. Braxton Landa, his second three-pointer of the night.
Another offensive rebound, kick out 3. You know, that's something that they're going to really have to talk about at halftime.
With all the three-pointers, you're going to have some of that, but definitely minimizing it is going to be important if the Mustangs want to win this one.
Great pass.
Beautiful. And up, looked like he was going to dunk it, but Trevor Robert hung in the air, took the foul, and laid it in. So an and one opportunity as Trevor Robert scores the basket. He'll now head to the line to try to convert the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
That was all created by Tyler getting in the lane again, being strong, and finding his big man in the middle.
The Mustang girls basketball team is playing New Richmond at New Richmond tonight. Just got a text from Bart Betcher. Girls are up 35-24 at halftime. So an 11-point lead for the girls up in New Richmond. A little bit of a missed assignment there. Easy 2-point basket. Number 34, Benjamin Salmon.
20 seconds left. Do you think we'd hold for the last shot here?
I think Coach would like that, but I don't think the guys knew that he was calling for it.
Good hustle there. Throw it up.
And we're just going to have a dunk by Robert. Good hustle play there by the Mustangs. 3-2-1 three-point attempt is good. And I'll tell you, New Richmond seems to hit those buzzer beaters here at Menomonie.
Should be 33-20, 33-31. I don't think they counted. There we go.
But before we go to break, I'm going to see if we can play this replay. Might have to do it after. There it is. So there was the hustle play. DJ Butler up to Trevor Robert, and Trevor sends it home for the dunk. And we do head to halftime. Mustangs leading 33-31. A very entertaining first half of basketball. We're going to step away for a couple minutes. Then we'll be back with a little halftime discussion, and we'll have the second half in just a little bit. So a great half of basketball here at Menomonie High School. You're watching Mustangs.
Visit the newly designed Big Rivers website at bigriversconference.org. Here, you can find results, standings, statistics, calendars, and historical league information.
Smiling is how you share joy and happiness with the world. So when our children needed orthodontic treatment, we wanted them to have the best experience possible, which is why we chose Crystal Orthodontics. The personalized braces and Invisalign treatments fit easily into our active schedules, and the care we received was outstanding and even fun. Their new smiles are amazing, and Crystal Orthodontics definitely earned our trust. There's nothing better than seeing our kids share beaming, confident smiles in all of life's moments.
Telling everyone I meet that if they need appliances, they have to go to Denny's. I had done a lot of research prior to calling them to schedule an appointment. I called and I spoke with Kayla. She made some suggestions of things that I might want to consider versus what I had picked out. She wanted to make sure I got the best price and the best rebates. I was so thrilled when I got done working with her.
When you want peace of mind on your appliance purchase, schedule your one-on-one appointment with Denny's today.
Advanced Electrical and Mechanical is a Pysick family-owned business and proud supporter of Menomonie Athletics. Whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural, we've got your electrical, HVAC, and refrigeration needs covered. Let's make your project happen. Call us today at 715-495-2968 or visit us online at www.advancedelectricalmechanical.com.
The we've been able to build out the areas, the rural areas around Menomonie.
Most of those places are spots that have little to no access to high-speed internet. Pretty much all of those phone calls, the people are ecstatic and so excited to be able to finally get fiber optics.
It's really great that we were able to serve the folks in the rural that probably thought they would never get good internet service.
We put the fiber in the ground. That's gives them the connection, but it's also the support we provide. It's the services we provide over that fiber.
Welcome back to Menomonie High School. It's halftime in a very entertaining game between the New Richmond Tigers and the Menomonie Mustangs. And joining us as our halftime guest will be tonight's cameraman, Ian Penovich. Ian, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Excellent. So, first time on the camera, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I just came from a basketball game, so.
Just came from a basketball game. Who are you playing tonight?
New Richmond.
Yeah, what level?
JV2.
How'd you guys do?
We lost.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you get to play at all?
Yeah, I did.
Anything in the box score? Any baskets, any fouls, anything like that?
Well, I had 2 fouls in the first minute, so I didn't really play much in the first half.
Okay, kind of like Stelrecht there for New Richmond. The big guy, he had 2 fouls right away, and we didn't see him after about the 4-minute mark.
Yeah.
You're pretty tall. You're a freshman, huh?
Yeah, I'm a freshman.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
So, freshman at Menomonie High School. What's your experience been so far? You're almost a whole semester into it. You got finals coming up.
Yeah.
What are you thinking so far?
I mean, it's great. It's a huge jump from middle school, but it's awesome.
Yeah. Did Mr. Betcher and all the people at the middle school prepare you think?
Yeah, I think so. It still takes a while getting used to, but.
What are some of the biggest differences that you see coming from the middle school to the high school?
Well, your classes aren't in one space, kind of running around the high school all the time. But you have 5 minutes, so I mean, I'm usually early to class every time. So if you're good enough, if you do the right stuff in between classes, you'll be fine.
Yeah, do the right stuff in terms of being prepared, get where you need to go and all that.
Yeah.
So again, we're talking to Ian Penovich, freshman at Menomonie High School, part of the JV2 basketball team. He's doing the camera for us tonight. Ian, what other things do you like to do? Obviously, you're playing basketball. Any other activities that you're involved with?
I mean, basketball's my main thing. I really only do that. I mean, I play AAU outside of school for basketball. I mean, basketball's like my whole life, so yeah.
Basketball and studying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you get that studying in there. So, AAU, that's something that, really has, it's been around for a while now. And so who do you play AAU with?
I play the next level down from Trevor, and I play with Javon Baller. He's another senior. I mean, not senior. He's another freshman. He plays for Varsity.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is your team out of Eau Claire or Chippewa Falls or something like that?
Eau Claire, yeah. Eau Claire Playmakers, yeah.
So when you're not playing for the Menomonie Mustangs, you're playing AAU basketball, traveling all around.
Yep.
A lot of tournaments and everything.
Yep.
We
went to Memphis last year, so it was awesome.
Memphis, Tennessee?
Yep.
Wow, I bet you had some interesting competition there.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, we played, I think, a 6'8" freshman. It was crazy.
So when you think about your class schedule, I know as a freshman you don't have a lot of choices. You pretty much take the normal core classes. Were you able to sign up for any electives?
Yeah, right now I'm doing sculpture, Spanish. Oh gosh, I think you get 3 electives. I mean, it's pretty good. And if you do health over the summer, you can, or PE over the summer, you can have another elective.
Is that what you did?
I didn't do that, but a lot of the kids in my grade did do that.
Okay. So do you have Phi Ed right now?
Yeah, I do.
Favorite class of the day?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, again, Ian Penovich, our cameraman tonight and a freshman at the high school. Ian, we appreciate you volunteering your time to bring us the broadcast and all your work on the camera. Any shout-outs that you want to give tonight?
I'll shout out my mom.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, and my grandma. She probably isn't watching, but...
Well,
yeah.
we can get her a link, get her a copy to the game. All right, well, Ian Penovich, again, thanks for all your work. Appreciate your work on the camera. We had about 5 minutes left in halftime, so we're going to take one more break, and when we come back, we'll talk about keys to the second half and see what the Mustangs have to do to come away with this big conference victory. Mustangs leading 33-31. You're watching Mustangs TV.
Advanced Electrical and Mechanical is a Pysick family-owned business and proud supporter of Menomonie Athletics. Whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural, we've got your electrical, HVAC, and refrigeration needs covered. Let's make your project happen. Call us today at 715-495-2968 or visit us online at www.advancedelectricalmechanical.com. Visit the newly designed Big Rivers website at bigriversconference.org. Here, you can find results, standings, statistics, calendars, and historical league information.
Telling everyone I meet that if they need appliances, they have to go to Denny's. I had done a lot of research prior to calling them to schedule an appointment. I called and I spoke with Kayla. She made some suggestions of things that I might want to consider versus what I had picked out. She wanted to make sure I got the best price and the best rebates. I was so thrilled when I got done working with her.
When you want peace of mind on your appliance purchase, schedule your one-on-one appointment with Denny's today.
We've been able to build out the areas, the rural areas around Menomonie.
Most of those places are spots that have little to no access to high-speed internet. Pretty much all of those phone calls, the people are ecstatic and so excited to be able to finally get fiber optics.
It's really great that we were able to serve the folks in the rural that probably thought they would never get good internet service.
We put the fiber in the ground. That's gives them the connection, but it's also the support we provide. It's the services we provide over that fiber.
Smiling is how you share joy and happiness with the world. So when our children needed orthodontic treatment, we wanted them to have the best experience possible, which is why we chose Crystal Orthodontics. The personalized braces and Invisalign treatments fit easily into our active schedules, and the care we received was outstanding and even fun. Their new smiles are amazing, and Crystal Orthodontics definitely earned our trust. There's nothing better than seeing our kids share beaming, confident smiles in all of life's moments.
A high-deductible health plan opening a health savings account at Dairy State Bank will allow you to save tax-free dollars to pay for a long list of health-related services allowed by the IRS. Dairy State Bank HSAs are serviced locally and work like a regular checking account. You can use a debit card or check to pay for expenses and access your account through online or mobile banking. Visit DairyStateBank.com to learn more about HSAs and online or mobile banking. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Menomonie High School. The teams are done with their halftime warm-ups, and we'll be back on the court here in just a few seconds. That gives us just enough time to take one more look at our replay from the first half. All replays sponsored by Mike Sell Insurance. And again, we had a loose ball and passed up ahead to Trevor Robert, who sent it home with a two-handed dunk. And what a way to end the half for Menomonie. Although New Richmond did come down and hit a three-pointer. So the Tigers showing a lot of grit here. Mustangs had a lead at one point. I think it was about five or so. And it's kind of been back and forth since then. Menomonie pretty much leading almost the whole way. But New Richmond has it within a bucket, and they will have the ball to start the second half. Matt Riley, what do you think we've got to look for here in the second half?
Well, I think the one important thing is rebounding on the defensive side for the Mustangs. You know, there's a couple opportunities where we had them to hold them to one possession, and they got a couple offensive rebounds and hit some threes. And then on the offensive end, just stay poised, get the ball entered, get it to Trevor in the middle, and a lot of good things happen.
So New Richmond comes out, and they try to get to their big man, Nick Stelrecht. He spent most of the first half on the bench after he got 2 fouls. They were trying to go at Trevor Robert, have him pick up a foul, but good defense by Robert. Mustangs hold on the first possession. This went out to Tyler Nelson for 3, and Nelson knocks it down, and the Mustangs now leading 36-31.
Great cut there by Tyler. His guy was the guy that was doubling on the weak side on Trevor, and he went up to the top of the key, and his guy lost him, and he was wide open.
There's Stelrecht for 2 for the Tigers. Pretty sure that's Stelrecht's first basket. And what do we have there, Matt?
Another blocking foul right at half court.
So after a ton of fouls in the first half, a foul picked up right away by Dane Lees. And he spent almost the whole first half on the bench as well. Him and Stelrecht both had 2 fouls right away. And Lees not happy with that call. He's going to have a seat.
Looks like they're going to call it the same way they did in the first half. See who adjusts to it. Great drive by Tyler again.
Another foul called. New Richmond trying to up the energy a little bit. That will be the second team foul already on the Tigers. That foul called on number 15, Brecken Polzel, his second.
Great cut by Blake.
Good give and go there between the 2 big men as Blake Behrens finds the bottom of the net. So the Mustangs have extended their lead, now 38-33. Good contest there by Robert, but a good lay-in by number 21, Carter Comro. Both teams showing full court pressure throughout the entire game so far. Not a ton of turnovers. I think both teams right around 5 or 6 turnovers in the first half. There's a turnover there as Trevor Robert saw the defense coming, just wasn't able to get in position.
So Trevor's got a jump stop with a wider base to keep his balance.
Trevor still growing into that 6'7" frame. He does move good for a big guy, but that time got the skis out ahead of him a little bit.
Good block out there.
Stelrecht from the corner misses. Blake Behrens with the rebound for Menomonie. Beautiful drive, and what a finish. Over his shoulder, off the glass. Tyler Nelson showing his presence here to start the second half, and that'll be a full timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. Mustangs leading 40-35. You're watching
Smiling is how you share joy and happiness with the world. So when our children needed orthodontic treatment, we wanted them to have the best experience possible, which is why we chose Crystal Orthodontics. The personalized braces and Invisalign treatments fit easily into our active schedules, and the care we received was outstanding and even fun. Their new smiles are amazing, and Crystal Orthodontics definitely earned our trust. There's nothing better than seeing our kids share beaming, confident smiles in all of life's moments.
Welcome back to Menomonie High School. We are in a short timeout. And Matt, we're a couple minutes in, 2.5 minutes into the second half. What are you seeing?
Well, doing a great job by Tyler Nelson attacking the rim. That's one thing against Richmond. They really press up on you, so there's not a lot of help defense. If he can get by that initial defender and get to the rim, he's going to have a clear path, and he just did just that on that possession.
So again, good defensive effort here by Menomonie. New Richmond averaging over 90 points a game, and right now only 35 with 15.5 minutes to go.
Looks like we're in a box and one right now.
Well, look at that.
With Nielsen guarding 0.
3-point attempt off the iron. Offensive rebound for the Tigers. That is Braxton Landa, number 0. He lays it in. Trevor Robert, the big guy, he's going to be able to bring it up over the timeline.
That's a nice thing to have on your team if your big guy can dribble like that, and that just relieves pressure for everyone else.
I know that's something that you had the luxury of a few years. Noah Feddersen, he was able to bring it up. Isaac Ellison.
Those guys could really help with that.
3-point attempt from Behrens off the iron. Rebound, Trevor Robert. And the 6'7 junior lays it in. Good work on the offensive glass by Trevor Robert.
Another box and one here, possession.
Another 3-point attempt and almost a weak side rebound, but good box out there by Isaac Nielsen.
Good wrinkle coming out of halftime. And I doubt New Richmond's seen a box and one all year, so they're struggling against it. That was a missed call there by the officials. It was clearly off 0.
Yeah, Coach VG not happy with that one.
Like we're staying in the box and one with Isaac guarding number 0.
3-point attempt off the front iron. Rebound, Jake Rue. Yeah, Braxton Landa, he had a couple threes and a 2-point basket so far. Trevor Robert doing some work down low. Little shimmy, little shake, and he lays it in. Another basket by Robert.
Well, here comes New Richmond right away.
Rebound, Butler.
That's one thing against a team like New Richmond that wants to play that fast pace. If they don't make their shots and you can get rebounds off one on a shot, then it's going to be a huge benefit.
Good foul there by Nielsen well before the shot. I think he only has one foul at this point. That'll be number 2. And instead of giving him a layup or a free throw opportunity, Isaac took the foul about at the elbow. Good job there by the senior. It's getting a little chippy out there, Matt.
Yeah, New Richmond and Menomonie, it's always a chippy game, and it's physical, and these teams don't like each other.
They sure are playing hard, both sides. And another whistle. This one, that's going to be called on New Richmond. I think that one's going to be on Landa. Yeah, number 0, the 6'1 junior. That's his second, team's third.
I think he was getting a little discouraged there because Isaac is the one that's guarding him in the box and one, and he's just not letting him go. And I think 0's got a little discouraged there because he's not getting any space.
New Richmond, you can see him starting to lay off on that drive a little bit. Foul's starting to get to him a little. Trevor Robert clearing some space, and another basket for the big guy. Trevor Robert having himself a second half. He's been the difference as the Mustangs now push their lead to 9. Stelricht with a nice little up and under floater from the elbow. That was not an easy shot, but Stelricht, good athlete that he is, quarterback on the football team, able to put that one through the rim.
The Menominee's been able to enter it into their offense a lot easier, and that's been successful for them, getting the ball inside. He's got to keep good spacing and make sure they keep good player ball movement.
3-point attempt from Nelson. That one in and out. Rebound, Trevor Robert up with it quick off the iron. And the foul will be called on DJ Butler. Mustangs with a couple of nice opportunities there, just not able to convert.
That's one where Trevor should probably pull that one out. He was a little off balance. Get a better look at the hoop instead of forcing it right away off offensive rebound.
He makes a lot of those shots, but,
he does, but
definitely off balance.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mustangs still showing box and one. Not full court pressure, though. Just Blake Behrens covering Braxton Landa, man-to-man. Everyone else in a four-man zone. But Nick Stelrecht from deep brings the Tigers back within 4. It's been a back-and-forth game. Every time it looks like the Mustangs are ready to pull away. New Richmond is hitting a 3. Mustangs not quite able to get that thing up to double digits.
Force. A good job by New Richmond there, playing the weak side lob.
Oliver Shank trying to get into the big man Robert, not able to do it, and a basket there by the Tigers. Back to a 2-point game.
See if Menomonie can get it entered without Tyler on the floor right now. He does a good job doing that, so we got to make sure we get a good rhythm in our offense here.
Tigers have really been trying to deny Jake Rue the 3-point opportunities as well. He hasn't had a good look in quite some time. Need some penetration to kick out to him. There's an entry into Robert. Trevor.
Got him for a skip
fake
pass.
There it is. There's the shot for Rue. Off the iron. He had a good look at it, just not able to.
I got a guy breaking deep.
Put it down. Good hustle there by Robert. It will be New Richmond's ball, but good hustle there by the Mustangs. So Max Branch, Tyler Nelson, and Isaac Nielsen coming in. Trevor Robert, Jake Rue, and Oliver Shank coming out. In for the Tigers, number 23, Ian Schwartz. He'll give Stelrecht a quick breather.
Well, this has been, everyone says basketball is a game of runs, and this is what this game's been. It's just a matter of who can stop. Menomonie's got to stop their run right now and respond.
Nice basket there by Schwartz. And the game is now tied at 46. Tyler Nelson kicking it out to Butler. Barons on the wing. Back to Nelson on top. Mid-range, off the front iron. Rebound Tigers. New Richmond with the chance to take the lead. I don't think they've had the lead since maybe the opening minute. That three-pointer is good for number 2, McCoy Monson. That's his third three-pointer of the night.
That's what makes this team scary. If they can go on runs like this and get hot, they can extend leads very quick because of the style they play.
Coach Van Grunsven, he's going to call a timeout. That'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a real quick break, and then we'll be back. You're watching Mustang. Welcome back to Menomonie High School. New Richmond, off a three-pointer, has taken their first lead of the second half. Timeout called by Coach Van Grunsven. What do you think he's telling the guys, Matt?
I think we just got to get poised and calm down. They made a run. We just got to come out of this timeout and just look to continue to get the ball inside to Trevor, and on defense, continue to rebound.
Entry into Robert on the wing, hands it off to Nelson, over to Nielsen.
Little back screen action for Trevor.
Three-point attempt from Rue, off the iron. Good effort there by the Mustangs, kept alive by Nielsen. Barons back over to Nielsen, off the glass and good. Hustle basket there for Menomonie.
Be interesting to see the offensive rebound stats after this game. It seems like anytime a team gets an offensive rebound, that they get a bucket off of it. So that rebound is going to be important.
That foul called on Trevor Robert, only his second, team's third. So both teams have 3 fouls. It was on the shot though. So to the line for the Tigers is number 2 McCoy Monson. First one for Monson off the iron. You said it early on, this might turn into a free throw shooting contest. There haven't been quite as many fouls here in the second half, but certainly in a game this tight, whatever team makes the free throws down the stretch is going to put themselves in a pretty good position.
Yeah, I'm guessing in the last 2 minutes we're gonna have a lot of free throws make the difference in this game.
Monson hits the second one. So New Richmond with a 2-point lead, 10 minutes to go. Second half here from Menomonie High School. Barron's on the wing for Menomonie, looking for a cutter, nothing there. Back out top to Nelson. Nelson over to Rue. New Richmond really keying on Jake Rue. Trevor Robert, nice pivot
Great
there,
patience,
up under
Trevor.
and in. And you said it, Matt, his patience down low really is impressive.
You know, when he keeps a wide base and he can pivot and work that game.
And that was something you don't see every day. Braxton Landa had the ball slip out of his hand. He kind of tried to direct it towards the rim. It went high off the glass and in.
That's a tough one there. You know, think about the 3 before half and then that lucky shot there. You know, that's 5 points that make a huge difference in the end of this game.
Richmond swept the Mustangs last year. 2 games won by a total of 3 points, I think it was. And I know one of them was on a last-second three-pointer right here in Menomonie. That was after a half-court three-pointer to end the first half. So
yeah, I remember that last year as well.
New Richmond has had some pretty good luck here in the last year or so playing in Menomonie. That foul is going to be on Nick Stelrecht, his third, first one of the second half. That'll send Trevor Robert to the line for 2. First one off the iron and out. Again, all free throws sponsored by Bills Distributing. DJ Butler checking in for Menomonie. So Stelrecht will check out for the Tigers. He's not happy. Robert rattles the second one home. So a 1-point game, just under 9 minutes to go.
It's like we're in man defense now.
Good strong move down low there for the Tigers. That was number 23, Isaac Schwartz. Off the glass and good. Hey, who made that? Ian, who made that? Who made that shot? So a three-pointer from Rue. I was looking away, thanks to our cameraman Ian for paying attention. That three-pointer by Rue tied the game at 54. Now a stop for the Mustangs defense. Turnover on the Mustangs. And a block by Robert.
Great timing by Trevor.
Block by Trevor.
Turned into a layup the other end.
Nelson.
That's a huge momentum play.
What a turn of events there for the Mustangs. Let's take a look at that Mike Sell Insurance replay of the block from Trevor Robert. Looked like it was going to be a layup for the Tigers, and out of nowhere comes the 6'7" junior, Trevor Robert. Then Isaac Nielsen able to attack the basket on the other end. He was fouled by number 5, Dane Lease. That's Lease's fourth foul. He's hardly played tonight. And he had 2 quick fouls in the first half. Got his third at the beginning of the second half, and now his 4th foul. He'll head to the bench. He's one of
their best defenders on their team, too. So that should help.
So Nelson converts the free throw. Mustangs now lead 57-54. Looked like a travel, no call. Another travel, no call. Step back 3. And what a turn of events there. Coach Van Grunsven asking the official.
A little dance on the sideline.
Yeah, showing him what the player did. But doesn't matter. Nice shot, nice 3-point shot.
And I guess we'll take that if that big kid's going to shoot those types of shots.
3-point attempt for Nelson, off the mark. Rebound by Nielsen. And it's going to be called a held ball. New Richmond had the ball to start the second half, so the Mustangs will get the possession. Boy, a lot of stuff going on out there.
And that's the important part of how they respond to those things. You can't control the officials, and you just got to respond. You can't worry about it. You got to play present and not worry about what happened in the past.
That one knocked away. Good hustle there by both McCoy Monson and Jake Rue. It is going to be called off Monson. So, Matt, you were on the sideline for the Mustangs for how many, 14 years or something like that?
14 years, yeah.
When you see an exciting game like this, it's got to get the juices flowing. We got to miss it a little bit,
definitely does, yeah. These are the parts that I miss, and being involved in these types of games is why you do it.
Got a whistle on the court. Looks like there might be a little sweat or something. They're going to get a towel and wipe that up. Good preventive officiating there. These guys do a good job, and, it's easy to criticize the officials from up here in the score booth, but I'll tell you, wouldn't be having these games without these officials.
Yeah, these guys have been doing it for a long time. I think over 30 years, they said.
And that's part of the issue around the area. A lot of officials are retiring. Anybody interested in getting into it, contact Matt Riley at the high school office. Don't have to start with a varsity game. There's a lot of different levels. That one kicked out from Robert over to Behrens.
Now they call the travel.
And the late whistle, I think that was the right call, though, Matt.
Yeah, for sure. Trevor lost his footing. And
that's always a tough spot as an official. When you see something, you don't blow the whistle. When you blow it, you're going to get it flack, but it was the right call.
Definitely the right call. New Richmond's really trying to take away Trevor with that weak side help. I think we got to look for some high-low action and get guys flashing to the high post off the help.
Nice job there by Stelrick getting the ball to the corner. That three missed. Rebound Blake Behrens. 57-57, 6:26 to go. Great game here in the Big Rivers Conference. Another three-point attempt for Behrens. That one off the back iron. Rebound Trevor Robert, but knocked away, and a foul called. Good hustle there from New Richmond's Brecken Posel. Looked like Trevor was going to be able to reset for the Mustangs. Instead, a foul called on Isaac Nelson.
And all that traffic, Trevor did a great job offense rebound, but he doesn't need to put it on the floor. He just got to kick it out, get to his guards, and reset.
Boy, that's Nelson. That's only his first foul, and that's pretty impressive. He's been out there, logged a lot of minutes, and he does a good job on defense.
Going back to his zone here, switching it up.
Little up and under there, off the iron, no good. Rebound Robert. So still 57-57. That pass tipped and out of bounds. It will be Menomoni's ball. Nelson got himself caught up on the baseline there a little bit. Mustangs lucky to retain possession on that one. It's always tough when you leave your feet.
For sure, but we didn't have guys cutting to the right spots on the penetration. We had guys standing. I think we're getting a little tired. We got to fight through it.
There's a three-point attempt from Rue off the iron. Jake not able to hit the three here in the second half.
Another great look. And
going to be a foul called on Blake Behrens. I know the crowd doesn't like it. It looked like he did give a little shove there in the back. That'll be his third, team's fifth. So 5 team fouls for each team. Approaching the bonus. Good high-low there from the Tigers. Stelrick rejected by Robert, and on the end line, that'll be out of bounds on the Mustangs.
Again, Trevor's length just makes such a big difference there. He can make up for so many mistakes.
Really allows the guys out front to play more pressure, knowing that you have him coming to give you the help. 3-point attempt there from the Tigers. That went off the iron. Rebound. Trevor Robert looking for a foul. No call.
The Richmond's doing a good job getting to the high post, and they're getting open looks. We just got to continue to rebound those misses.
From the free throw stripe for Nelson, nothing but net. Tyler Nelson puts the Mustangs back in front with 4:53 to go. Back and forth here in the second half.
See if we can string together a couple stops here.
Another rejection from Robert. Trevor Robert really having an impact, not only on the offensive end, but on defense as well. We got a Mike Sell Assurance replay coming up on that one, I think. Next dead ball. Jake Rue,
nice
kicked out to Nelson from the corner. Good! Tyler Nelson on an assist from Jake Rue. Great job sharing the ball there by the Mustangs. And a timeout called by New Richmond. It'll be a full timeout. Before we step away, let's see if we have that Mike Still Insurance replay. Again, there's New Richmond, gets the ball to the middle. Trevor Robert, he didn't even have to jump. All that 6'7" length, able to get the block and secure the ball for Menomonie. So with 4:19 to go, Mustangs lead by 5. You're watching Mustangs TV.
We've been able to build out the areas, the rural areas around Menomonie.
Most of those places are spots that have little to no access to high-speed internet. Pretty much all of those phone calls, the people are ecstatic and so excited to be able to finally get fiber optics.
It's really great that we were able to serve the folks in the rural that probably thought they would never get good internet service.
We put the fiber in the ground. That's gives them the connection, but it's also the support we provide. It's the services we provide over that fiber.
Welcome back to Menomonie High School. Well, Matt, 4:19 to go. What do you think?
It was a great run there by the Mustangs. We talked about how they're going to respond to runs. It was a tie game there at one point. New Richmond made their run. Now we made our run. Now let's see if we can string together a couple more stops and get some more baskets.
Mustangs showing 2-3 zone coming out of the timeout. Looks like New Richmond has their starting 5 out there. Lease, 4 fouls, goes up, draws the foul. Nice move there by Lease. A little bit of a shot fake, got Trevor up in the air. And he'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots.
That's where Trevor's got to stay disciplined, especially a size of player like that. You know, you showed the replay before. He barely had to jump, same height player, and he left his feet. So he's got to be more disciplined there.
Lease misses the first. Again, these free throws are going to be critical down the stretch. Misses the second, so 0 for 2 from the line. Good job tracking down the rebound by Blake Behrens. That one knocked out of bounds. Will be Menominee's ball. New Richmond, I'm sure, is really going to try to dial up the pressure now. Mustangs have thrown it deep a couple times.
Looks for it again, but smart play. Get it to your point guard.
Yep, get the ball to Tyler Nelson. You mentioned, though, Lease, one of the better defenders in the conference, with his 4 fouls all over Tyler Nelson. Lease can really move his feet.
There's
Robert,
the help side.
Out to Nielsen. Good! 3-point basket. Isaac Nielsen on the pass from Trevor Robert. Mustangs now lead 65-57. 3 minutes, 33 seconds to go. 3-point attempt for the Tigers off the iron. Offensive rebound, reload.
Travel.
And a 3-second call, I think. Wow.
I thought the ball hit the rim, didn't it? Reset, but...
I don't know about that one. It looked like he called 3 seconds. The Mustangs
Trevor did a
will
great
take
job
it.
Staying down there and not jumping. He learned from his last mistake, which is great to see. See if we can continue to get the ball inside. They're really doubling. That's how we're getting our open looks.
Robert over to Rue. Jake Rue on the wing. Back up to the top to Nelson. Tyler at the free throw line. Squares up off the front iron, and here come the Tigers. That one through the hands of Lease. A turnover. That's the 10th turnover for the Tigers. And a big turnover with 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go. Mustangs lead by 8. Isaac Nielsen loading in for Menomonie. Gets it to the big man, Robert. Trevor showing some ball handling skills. Over to Nelson from the wing. Good! 3-point basket. Tyler Nelson on a pass from Trevor Robert. The inside-out game paying dividends for Menomonie here in the second half. Offensive rebound and a foul called. The officials made a movement. I think he thought that Robert might have got...
Looks like he called it, hit him in the head.
The shooter on the head, I don't know. But to the line for the Tigers will go Benjamin Salmon.
The last 2 possessions for us, we've done a good job of driving the lane. New Richmond's really selling out on taking away the drive, and our kickouts are wide open.
First one from Salmon, nothing but net. Into the game for Menomonie is Butler. That fall on Robert, his 4th. So with a double-digit lead, Coach Van Grunsven trying to keep his big man Robert from falling out. I don't think he'll be on the bench long, Matt.
No, I'm guessing we'll see some offense and defensive subs here the rest of the way through.
Into the lane early was Butler. Basket's good anyway, so no violation. We will have a sub now for the Tigers. Isaac Schwartz checking in for Nick Stelrick. Full court pressure from the Tigers. We've seen it all night.
Now with Trevor out of the game, it'll be interesting to see what kind of offense we have if we do a 5-out or put Blake in the middle.
Tyler Nelson doing a great job ball handling. A little bit of a flop there, looking for the offensive call. No call. Isaac Nielsen from the near side corner rattles out. Hustle on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball.
New Richmond's ball.
New Richmond on the alternating possession will get the ball.
Another good look there, just rimmed out.
So Mustangs leading by 9, 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go. Ooh, that looked like a travel there. No call. Deep three-pointer. Off the iron, rebound, Blake Behrens, and a foul called. That one will be on number 21, Carter Comro.
Next one puts us in bonus. Well, Blake's done a great job in the second half of rebounding.
Only the first foul on Comro. Stelrick will check in for him.
I think we got Nelson deep if we wanted him.
Nielsen inbounds to Nelson. Those two guys have played a lot of basketball together. Those two and Jake Rue. Behrens out to Rue. Jake passes up, kicks it back out to Nielsen. Isaac stepping through, looking for a cutter. Back to Rue. 1 minute, 54 seconds to go. Jake Rue with the ball for Menomonie. No shot clock here in Wisconsin.
Mustangs have 2 timeouts if they need it. Doing a good job of staying patient, staying spaced, run a lot of clock.
Richmond's going to have to start gambling here pretty soon. Down by 9, a minute 34 to go. Good step through there by Nielsen. Over to Nelson. Oh, might have had a little bit of a forearm. No call. Excellent possession there by Menomonie. They burned about a minute off the clock. And finally, New Richmond gives the foul.
And those are situations you work on in practice. You know, you got a lead, you got a game situation, and looks like they executed that very well.
Pretty hard to simulate in practice, though.
Yeah, what I used to do is I would give 7 defenders versus 5 just to make it more game-like.
So Tyler Nelson to the line for Menomonie. He's had a heck of a second half. First one is rattled home. That extends the Mustangs' lead back to double digits. Again, all free throws sponsored by Bills Distributing. All replays sponsored by Mike Sell Insurance. Second one from Nelson is good. And the Mustangs, first team to 70. The Tigers, the high power offense, scoring over 90 a game. Is only at 59. That layup missed. Another layup missed. And a rebound by Nielsen. And I think frustration is starting to set in for the Tigers.
Yeah, he went up to try to dunk it instead of just lay it in and slipped out of his hand.
You know, I never had that problem, Matt. Oh, boy. So a minute 5 to go. Mustangs leading by 11. Isaac Nielsen to the line. And we will have a timeout called by New Richmond. It'll be a full timeout. So we'll take a timeout here as well. Mustangs leading by 11. Minute 5 to go. You're watching Mustangs TV.
Smiling is how you share joy and happiness with the world. So when our children needed orthodontic treatment, we wanted them to have the best experience possible, which is why we chose Crystal Orthodontics. The personalized braces and Invisalign treatments fit easily into our active schedules, and the care we received was outstanding and even fun. Their new smiles are amazing, and Crystal Orthodontics definitely earned our trust. There's nothing better than seeing our kids share beaming, confident smiles in all of life's moments.
Welcome back to Menomonie High School. Mustangs looking to close out this one here against the Richmond Tigers. As long as we have a second, I'd like to thank all of our Mustangs TV sponsors for our winter broadcast. 24/7 Telecom, Bills Distributing, Denny's Appliance, Mike's L Insurance, Dairy State Bank, Advanced Electrical and Mechanical, Crystal Orthodontics, and Shields. And Matt, I know it won't be long and you'll be looking for sponsors for next fall. We certainly appreciate all the local businesses and other individuals who sponsor Mustangs TV. Allows us to bring this free of charge to anybody, not only in Menomonie, but also those watching around the region. Also, welcome into all the New Richmond fans watching tonight. It's always been a pleasure to compete against New Richmond. You know you're going to get a good effort. As Isaac Nielsen hits the first Bills Distributing free throw.
We talked about free throws earlier, and I just jinxed us. But, we've been pretty good here in the last 5 minutes of the game.
So Lease with a quick drive off the glass. I think the Mustangs have been fortunate that he's been in foul trouble all night.
Surprising Richmond didn't call a timeout there.
That's going to be the 5th on Lease. No argument on that one. And that'll send Tyler Nelson to the line. Mustangs, they can close this out here with just a few more possessions. But New Richmond's not going to go quietly. Mustangs are going to have to make some free throws. And Tyler Nelson, he's had a great second half for Menomonie.
We have a final in the girls' game. Menomonie won 70-43.
All right, so congratulations to Coach Tyra Swanson and the girls basketball team getting a BRC victory over in New Richmond.
They got back-to-back now. The cancellation on Tuesday, they'll play at North tomorrow at 5.
All right. Step back 3 there for the Tigers. A little bit of desperation setting in. Got to try to get some shots up, and it's going to be Menomonie ball.
I don't remember the time that New Richmond came back and tied it, but after they came back and tied it, we really responded and played a great game, and this is a huge victory for the boys.
It really is, and it's not quite over, but with a 12-point lead, 37 seconds, it would take a heroic comeback and probably something really strange. It's only a 30-second timeout called by Coach Van Grunsven, so we'll just go ahead and keep it here. It's been a busy start to the second half of the year. It doesn't help that we had a snow day on Tuesday, had some bus troubles this morning. That was unexpected. Roads were fine at 4 a.m. and all of a sudden the temperature dropped at 6 and it got awfully slippery, awfully quick.
Yeah, it's been a weird January. It's been rain and usually it's really cold, but hopefully we don't have many more cancellations. It's hard to reschedule events,
but our teachers and staff do a great job. Kids came back after 2 weeks off, spent a lot of time here the first week back, kind of reestablishing expectations and routines. Had a real nice home swimming meet last night. Boys swim, hosted Hudson. Had a real nice crowd for that. And here we are with a nice crowd for this boys basketball game against New Richmond.
Yeah, it was good to see the middle school band with our high school band tonight.
Also, that's why it was so big.
Kicking off the game. They did a great job.
Then we had the youth basketball Menomonie Hoops Club doing a little halftime competition.
5th and 6th graders out there.
Boy, were they giving her. Oh. So to the Bills Distributing free throw line is Tyler Nelson. It'll be 2 shots the rest of the way out for Menomonie. Coach Van Grunsven is going to send everyone back. No need for a foul at this point. The risk of a foul not worth the reward of a potential rebound. As Nelson hits them both. Little token pressure here by Jake Rue. That wraparound, I think that was off the leg of New Richmond, but
I think it was.
Jake Rue likes that wraparound. I don't know. It's one of those that when it works, it looks good, but if it doesn't, it's a foul or you're giving someone a clean shot to the rim. That 3-pointer off the iron. Rebound Tigers. Stelrecht, little floater, no good. Rebound Nielsen. And New Richmond, they're not giving up. They're going to call it travel.
It looked like both people had the ball there.
So it will be New Richmond's ball. A call like that would be pretty big in a one-point game, but instead it's pretty academic at this point. Three-pointer for Comro. And I think it's all over but the crying now. Inbound to Jake Rue. He's going to lay it in. And that will do it. Half-court heave from the Tigers is no good. And the Menomonie Mustangs win their 6th game in a row, I think it is, Matt.
Yeah,
with a big conference victory against the New Richmond Tigers. Congratulations to both teams on a great effort. Coaches did a wonderful job. Certainly appreciate the officials, the scorekeepers, all the game workers, and all the spectators who really made this an enjoyable experience here tonight. You know, I tried to keep some stats, but I gave up about halftime.
It was a fast-paced game with a lot of fouls. But, you know, I think the last 5 minutes, I don't know if New Richmond scored many points. And, you know, we did a great job of taking care of the ball, hitting our free throws. And like I said before, this is a big win. And we'll be back here on Tuesday night for a doubleheader. Our boys will play at 5:30 against River Falls. Our lower levels will start at 4. And our varsity boys will play River Falls at 5:30, and then our girls will play after that game against Chippewa here on Tuesday night.
So Tuesday will be a big night here at Menomonie High School. Plenty of room, so come on out and take a look at these terrific student athletes as they continue their competitions and start heading towards the second half of the season. It is finals week coming up, though, so hopefully the kids will take the time they have and keep up with their studies. But that'll do it. I'd like to give a shout-out to our normal broadcaster, Chad Zutter. A very well-deserved night off for Chad. We appreciate all his work. And that'll do it for tonight's broadcast. So for Matt Riley, our cameraman, Ian Pavovich, is that right? Penovich, also a halftime guest, Ian Penovich. This is Joe Zadowski signing off. Mustangs win 77-64. You've been watching Mustangs TV.